Hello lovely people, welcome to Laurel and Artistry. I'm sorry this video is a week late, I was behind because of some traveling. Anyway, this drawing is in honor of the final season of the anime My Hero Academia. This isn't my first art piece from the anime, so if you aren't familiar, I talk a bit more about it in this video. But now, I mostly just want to share my appreciation for the story, as it's coming to an end. There are a lot of things I think the story does well. Its sincerity, the way it inspires people towards good things. And one thing that I think it does a better job at than many stories is handling sympathetic villains, showing you the hurts and traumas they've gone through that led them this way, whilst never using that to excuse their wrongdoing. The terrible things they've gone through can help to explain their actions and mindsets, but who is right and wrong is almost never obscured. Our heroes often show empathy and a desire to reach and offer redemption to the villains, but they also recognize that if and when they can't reach them, they still have to stop them. Wrong doesn't stop being wrong or have consequences because we feel for or understand a person. That's not to say there's always a clear line between heroes and villains. There are characters that are technically heroes that fall short of what's right as well, and those moments are used to question what makes a hero. There are some times where the morality of a specific action comes into question, but the black and white do not get completely swallowed up in the gray. There are also a lot of characters I love and admire in the story. First and foremost, there's the protagonist, Izuku Midoriya. He's so noble and sincere, and always willing to push himself to do whatever he can to help, protect, and save others. He's also an inspiration and a motivation to the other characters, especially the kids in his class. And I've already done videos of my two favorite characters in the series, Shota Aizawa and Best Jeanist, which I will link in the description. On the other side, you have a terrifying villain in Tomura Shigaraki, bitter, broken, full of hatred, and just wanting to tear the world down. His quirk allows him to turn anything he touches to dust. As a child, hurting, alone, and afraid, the evil villain All For One found him and raised him, twisting him, encouraging his hatred and resentment. You know, this is my fourth recent video where I've done this stained glass style with the characters. It's just really fun and tends to turn out in a way I like, but I don't want to get too stuck in one style. Now, Deku's inspiration is All Might. I really quite like his role in the story. He's the mentor to Deku, but he's also a hero that became a symbol to instill hope and courage and a desire to do good in others. But, frail and injured, he can no longer be the hero he once was. He has to come to terms with his weakness, his inability to be there for others the way he once was able to, wrestling with himself and his legacy, as he tries to help the younger generation of heroes he's teaching. His greatest rival, All For One, has the ability to steal and also transfer other people's quirks. This makes him extremely powerful. Working on the rest of the background, I divide one side up by using Shigaraki's Decay quirk, and the other one with one of Deku's quirks, Black Whip. The world is now reeling from losing a great hero who left a gap too big for anyone to fill, causing fear and instability and distrust in heroes, as many of the more complacent heroes have to learn to step up. In the background, I decided to draw all the other members of Deku's Class 1A, starting with Ochako Uraraka, whose hero name is Uravity, a very sweet and caring girl. She can control the gravity of anything she touches. Tsuyu Asui, or Froppy, whose quirk is Frog. She can, well, do frog stuff. Then there's the no-nonsense Tenya Ida, whose hero name is Ingenium. He has a super speed quirk from the engines in his calves. Shoto Todoroki has 2 quirks, a fire quirk from his father and an ice quirk from his mother. He also has a very complicated family. Katsuki Bakugo has an explosive personality and quirk. He's got a really big ego and a super long hero name, which I'll be shortening to Dynamite for the sake of time. Then there is Minoru Mineta, or Grape Juice, who I really don't like. Aoyama with his navel laser, I didn't draw in his hero costume, because I'm mostly going off what they were wearing at the end of Season 7. Hagakure is a girl who is invisible, so her hero name is Invisible Girl. She can reflect light though, and it can even make her somewhat visible. Zero has tape coming out of his elbows, which makes him like an even weirder version of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. His hero name is Cellophane. Tailman, Mashiro Ojiro, is a guy whose quirk is a tail. Yeah, a tail. Sato, Sugar Man, gains super strength through eating sugar. Then there's Momo Yaoyorozu, or Creati, who can create inanimate objects out of her lipids if she understands their molecular structure. Denki Kaminari, known as Charge Bolt, he has an electrification quirk. Jiro's hero name is Earphone Jack. She has these headphone jack things on her earlobes. She can use these for sonic attacks and also for super hearing. Pinky! Mina Ashido's quirk is Acid, which sounds more brutal than how it's depicted. Kirishima has the hero name Red Riot, and his quirk allows his skin to harden and become jagged like rock. Koji Koda can talk to and control animals. His hero name is Anima. Shoji, called Tentacle, has these tentacle arms that he can transform the ends of into extra eyes or ears or mouths. Tokuyami, hero name Tsukuyami, has a quirk that is a shadow bird monster thing called Dark Shadow. And finally, I draw their teacher, Shota Aizawa, whose quirk is the ability to erase other people's quirks when he's looking at them. He is very cool. Then I draw some subtle backgrounds behind them. There are so many characters I could have put in the background, it was really hard to narrow it down, which is why I just stuck with the class. Now to draw some of the villains. There's Dabi, who is Shoto Todoroki's oldest brother. He has the ability to produce really hot blue flames, but he was born with skin sensitive to heat like his mother, causing his quirk to burn him. Then there's Himiko Toga. I don't have much time to go into the details about all these characters, but she's a girl who can transform into looking like other people and, if she cares about them enough, even use their quirks. Kurogiri has a warp gate quirk. There's some complicated backstory stuff with him that would take too long to get into. Spinner, whose quirk is, I guess, being a gecko. And then Gigantomachia, who is a giant guy who All For One gave a bunch of quirks to. Add in a few final touches, and there we go. thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope I'll see you again. In the meantime, remember to go beyond. Plus Ultra and all that. Ciao!